Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and today we're playing some more Gigantic, the MOBA from Motiga that I've been absolutely crushing in the last couple of days. I've had a lot of fun playing it. Some of you requested to see a new hero, Beckett, and I want to bring to you this tactical shooters gameplay, a little bit of a guide, obviously showing you the build I've been using with her. I played her a couple times, and I actually have started to get the hang of it, and hopefully show off a really epic game. We're on Ghost Reef, a new map. So for those of you who saw my earlier video, my first impressions of Gigantic, you can check that out. That's a different map. That's with Lord Gnosis. The link will be in the description below, and you can see some alternate gameplay if you want more of a melee champion. And I figured I can go kind of melee range. There's a lot of different styles of champions here, gods or heroes, whatever you want to call them. I think we'll call them heroes. I think that's what they really are. And we'll move into it. Beckett, she is, like I said, a tactical shooter. She's quoted as saying, fight or flight, I'll take both. That's right. She's a daredevil who likes to get into the action and get out. She's got a jetpack. She's got a cannon rocket launcher. She's got machine guns, and she's got grenades. And you may be thinking, Raynday, you know, with these grenades and this rocket launch, she sounds so typical. She sounds like your standard just shoot 'em up type champion or hero. It's not the case. Actually, Beckett has some surprising depth, and I've started to learn that after playing her for a bit. So let's hop into the game and check out this gameplay of Beckett, the tactical shooter. All right, well, looks like it's time to get into the game. Loading the Ghost Reef. I am on House Devedra versus House Orion, and that means this will be my guardian here. We're going to start at the top. We're going to jump into battle, taking these jet streams and just exploding through. One of my favorite aspects about Gigantic, actually, that intro when you get from death, it makes you feel really heroic, like you're jumping somewhere. Now, I learned a lot since my last gameplay, and so I want to share that with you. Part of this is going to be looking at Beckett, but part of it is kind of going to be describing some of the more aspects that I think I couldn't answer before, right? Clash, upgrading, why do you upgrade, when do you upgrade, what are these power orbs, how exactly do you get points? A lot of the, my viewers were liking the gameplay, and I think had Gigantic explained to them in a way that hadn't been that way before, but now I'm trying to do even a little bit more. As you can see here, there is about to be a power orb that just spawns, and I'll talk about when and how and why that happens. Basically, A, B, C, and D are the times and the priority for which power orbs, the sequence, for which power orbs will spawn. Those power orbs will be collected if you have a minion already built on those points. So that's part of the reason why you want to build minions on your points closest and then furthest away based on priority, because it's easier and faster to get them closer to you. You can protect them easier, and that means those power orbs will go directly to you. As you can see, B just spawned a power orb. We have a minion there, and now we have 80 points. They've got theirs on B, but because we got a couple of kills as well, we're 80 to 40 for them. So that's why our score is at 100. We will actually be able to send our guardian over. He will attack, and it will open up the chance for us to damage their guardian for the first time in the game. So now I'm just looking at C. I'm protecting it. You see the yellow circle running around. That is going to say my power orb is actually spawning. And so once that spawns, you see there, I have a minion. He collects it, and now it's time to rampage. So hopefully now that is kind of understanding, and actually it will start right back after the rampage is over. It will start right back at A and go from A, B, C, D again, and start at A, B, C, D. Now this map, nobody owns D, and there's actually certain creatures you can buy before game and bring them into battle. It's actually an obelisk that can go on D. A lot of the other creatures cannot go on D because it's kind of like a neutral point. Very, very interesting stuff. We're trying to get the wound. They've got some shield built up, and you may say, what is the shield? How do they have that? I'm going to rocket boots, jet away, actually. Rocket jump up into the sky and get some higher ground. Use the cannon to fire down onto Title the Swift, who's trying to take down my man over there. And it looks like this frog dude is really just trying to make it work. I got to figure out this frog dude's name as well, because he has been nasty. Woo is straight nasty. Woo is doing damage. I played against this a couple of times. He could just straight up get it, man. Woo is somebody you want to be very careful of, especially as Beckett. Those early melee, highly aggressive champions and heroes in this game are going to hurt you. But there it is. You see Aisling trying to come at me, but she doesn't have her boy, which is, I forgot what his name is, but he does so much damage, and so she's not going to be as effective there. I'm lighting up Woo right now. He is going down. Marvel the Assassin gets the kill. and it's 20-20. So we've traded a couple of deaths, but we come out even on that. And now, as you see, look at the map. A is about to spawn another power orb. We're going to go up to 40. They should as well if they've got a power orb. It's like, see, there it is. So now it's starting to make sense. Right now, there's method to the madness. B is now spawning the power orb. And so it also can help you to know, okay, I know their F and RB is spawning a power orb. If we can actually take down the creature who is there, they've got a young bloomer on this spot. This will not spawn until the next power orb. But if we can take it down, that means they will not automatically collect it, and that means we can actually run up, and if we're given 6 seconds of free time, we can actually collect that power orb instead of them and get a real big advantage. So that's why the fight is happening here. That is Sir Kador. He is going with Aceling, but he is not there. Enough rampage. Time to attack, but the young bloomer is almost dead, and we can finish her off. There will be no power orb spawning again because of the rampage going on. So we will not have a chance to claim it, but up into the air with the jetpack I go. One shot, trying to finish him off. 2 shots, Marvel the Assassin takes him down. I've got burning onto my cannon, and that's the final kill, protecting my teammates by doing damage. And let's move on to Beckett, what she's doing. You see me upgrading my blast radius or my cannon there. This is what it's all about. Beckett is really a long range and short range potential type fighter. She can really do work with this long range cannon and do a lot of damage to targets that aren't suspecting it. But as you see, the way I upgraded it, it actually did not, it actually lowered the range. So unfortunately, there's a route you could take that increases your range. I took the route that's a little bit closer, but also pierces enemies and causes burning. And I could have made one that didn't pierce enemies, but exploded in an area as well. I'm really interested to try that route, but I haven't done that. Here's the Aceling. She gets caught out. Oh boy, she's gonna get blown up here. There's the cannon. You see the burning, and that's just, look at a huge hit, takes her out. Drop dead. I get the actual, I don't know what that is, a completion. It's like a quest that I actually fulfilled called Drop Dead. And so I somehow sidekick as well. I just got sidekick, earning a lot of medals, I believe. It's the best way to describe it. And now Beckett just trying to reposition here. One of the things I've learned playing Beckett, if you're trying to figure out how to really maximize your plays, to really be careful of the scenarios you engage in. And like this, without having a lot of stamina and then being aggressed on by a Wu, I'm just going to try and juke him out because I cannot fight him up close. Luckily, I'm close enough to our Guardian, so he's probably going to want to stay away, and I can reposition next to our young Cerberus, who, as one of the things that we've put together now, is going to be upgraded by using focus. I've also understood how to use focus, and that is very, very important to this game. It's how you upgrade creatures, it's how you summon creatures, it's how you use your ultimate, and so focus is very, very, very important, and I hopefully have you understand it. I'm trying to help my teammates, but the young Cerberus now is getting aggressed on. They can actually kill this. There's my ultimate, and I use the focus to actually do damage, and he's almost going down. I'm about to hit him in the air. Oh no! Oh, magic bolt comes in and slays me. I think that's Wuzu, or what is the name of that one? It's Mozu. Mozu with the magic bolt. Mozu does damage too. I mean, I honestly find that Mozu Wu, they do a ton of damage. I want to play them as well because they just seem like if you play them well, they can dominate a game. So we lose a lot of things. I spin focus to upgrade, and we actually lose our entire C point. So now this is a huge priority. I got to get something on here. Mozu's trying to hold it off by herself, but now she's just getting caressed by my bullets, and that is going to stave her off for now. We've got to start over with a young version, either healing allies or building gates, but the defense is important as well. So I just head over. I know that this is the most important thing to do. Let's try and get some cannon shots onto Aceling. She can do some damage from the back range. We got a shield built up because of what we've done earlier in the round, whether we've killed and protected our enemies, earned medals, collected orbs. That actually, when you're on the defending end, goes into the shield that the enemies have to break it down when they start rampaging before they actually hit your Guardian. So the better your round is before they start rampaging, the harder it will be for your enemies to actually wound your Guardian. So if you all thought, man, I'm at 90 and they get to 100 every time, you know, I get nothing for that, you still get essentially 90 points of shield, which I believe turns into about 1,500 extra HP they've got to burn down, which is very, very, very useful. There it is, just using the jetpack to rocket over and engage in this fight with Wu, who's now 3v2. Actually 3v1 it looks like. He's doing some damage by himself, but I end up killing him with my assist spree, switching over into my machine gun. So let's talk a little bit. I've talked a lot about focus, how that works. Let's talk a little bit about Beckett and how her kit works. You've been seeing it now One of the most important things too also with C, you can call out and say, hey, attack here, summon something here, caution here. It's really good. You can just ping the area to know, hey, here's how we communicate, because there's no text to chat, right? You cannot type to your teammates in this game, which is one of my only gripes, one of my only things I wish I could see, but again, it's very important to use that C to even have a conversation. This is the grenade. I'm actually upgrading it to be an armor piercing and larger radius grenade, so it really impacts people when I throw it in an area. I like to get above players as Beckett as much as I can and really get them grouped up, throw those grenades, have a big impact on the fight. You see the huge radius, don't get many, but it is the right idea. That grenade can be held if you hold the right mouse button as well. She can press Q and turn into her cannons or her machine gun. It's kind of like you can alternate your fire. And here they are attacking our young Drake. This is not a battle they really are going to want, though. Wu here, however, is really causing some pain to me. If I can get back to my Guardian, I should be safe. That young Cerberus, that young Drake was not doing enough for me. And so he is not actually my safe haven. Here's my Guardian. I got to get to him if I can. I don't think Wu will come past, and he will not. That Guardian will actually start to do a lot of damage to him if he decided to aggress on me. With Beckett, of course, you've got the rocket launcher, you've got the grenade, you've got the machine gun, rocket launcher, machine gun, all on the same button, Q. You just press Q and you switch. It takes a few seconds. Here's the grenade, though, and there's the ultimate. It calls down an artillery strike, just doing damage. KDD takes one down. I take Deity of the East down. That's right, Wu goes back to training. Looks like you didn't master all your martial arts, buddy. You forgot the arts of surviving. Of course, against the Beckett. It's not the easiest thing to do. Again, loving to get on these upper ledges. Throw the grenade down. Look at this damage. Now it's cracked armor. I'm trying to finish him off. The cannon shots are missing, though, and I'd rather just take this small win. The young bloomer is there, and I don't know. It's a good time to maybe try to upgrade again because they won't be focused on it. But again, it's very, very difficult. It takes about a minute or two to summon those into adults. And I know Wu's already trying to jump onto me. I've seen this story, bro. I've read this book. He luckily avoids the armor piercing grenade, which would have done so much work, and now he's got Mozu with him. This is not good for me. I got to fight next to Young Bloomer. He starts to heal me just a little bit, but they're both going to die. They've got 3 of them there. Ace Sling is here with Circador, and I will not stay alive after that. So our Young Bloomer is threatened. I ping my teammates, though, so they know to follow up quickly. They know something important is happening, and it's really good to just, you know, like an Amir freeze in Smite. If you've seen it, somebody who gets frozen, if you see someone get frozen, it's pretty dang easy to just say, oh, let's shoot that person, right? If you hear the pings, it's easy to say, where do I go? Oh, yeah, let's go over there where someone's pinging, where my enemy's being attacked. Here it is. They're all grouped up, though. There's a grenade. Double kill! Oh, my goodness. KDD takes another one. You just stayed too long. We saved the young bloomer. I don't have focus, but that focus bar is close to building. All I need to do is, if I believe I build focus by taking damage, by dealing damage, and dying. Actually, you gain 12.5% of a focus charge each time you die and respawn. 2% of the damage you take is also converted to focus, and you build a small amount of focus based on attacking people. So here is Mozu. He's just, oh my god, going at, what? Whoa, what is this? I thought I had time. Holy moly, I gotta get out of here. Here is the rocket jump, but it is not doing enough. This jetpack is not saving my life. I am out of stamina. This is not look, oh god. Oh god, 1,400 damage from magic bolts, dude. Mozu. That was I did not anticipate that, and that is part of the learning curve with this game. So I'm playing against heroes that I'm seeing that like surprised me a little bit. It's like I don't know Mozu can do that much damage, and now I do. So hopefully I get the better end of that. I don't take that so lightly, but I'm also coming into like the Margrave. I never played against the Margrave before. I had a game against him, and it was like, oh my god, how is he staying alive this whole time? He's like got so much maneuverability, CC potential, like survivability. It's nuts. And as you see there, I had the opportunity to actually go ahead and upgrade my enemy, but now I'm getting in a fight with Mozu, and look at this grenade. They're gonna go and crack the armor. Mozu's in trouble now, jumping into the air, but Taito the Swift comes over to protect and peel for his team. Very nice move by Taito to give Mozu some room to go back to the young bloomer on their side. I believe it's a young bloomer. Has it upgraded to an adult? Oh no, it's a summer bloomer now. So it's upgraded. So she just got a lot of healing. The armor is cracked because I've got armor piercing rounds, but look at this damage. She's at full health. I'm not. I didn't know she was going to heal that much. And now without a lot of stamina and with my team nowhere to be found, I'm going to go down again to 1,200 damage by Commander Rocker playing Mozu. So that's just a ton of DPS you got to be very careful about. As I get ready to go, I'm going to take a drink, actually. This is long-winded. Nice. Nice. We should take him down. Lord knows, so he's going down. And so I'm 8 and 4. I got 12 assists. I've got the highest efficiency in the game right now. I'm doing pretty well as a Beckett. One of the things I want to do is continue imparting knowledge to people trying to learn this game. So I talked about focus and how you can build it. One of the most important aspects of focus is that when you use your charges of focus, you actually only use the amount of the charge that you have in the number. So you see the number on my focus, it's number 1. That means I have 1 focus, but look at the bar on the bottom. There's a yellow bar. It's about 80% through. It's almost getting to 90% now. In this fight, you'll probably see it turn to 2 because it will fill up if I get enough kills or do enough damage here. There it is, turned to 2, and now it's at 0 again. It's kind of like an empty bar, so much burning happening. Now I have 2 charges of focus. What this means, if I use it as a skill, and I can't because I'm dead. If I use it as a skill, it will do more damage. It will be more powerful. Artillery strike that I can call down. That's my focus attack, kind of like your ultimate in this game. But now what it also means is I can upgrade my creatures into adults, because a lot of adults take 2 focus to actually upgrade to, and some take 1 in just amount of time. But a lot of the good ones that you want take 2. And so now I have 2 focus to spin. Be aware of this though. Even if I had 2 focus and I waited another 30, maybe like 5 minutes to go ahead and fight, and nothing really happened, I gained maybe 75% of my bar, I would actually lose that 75% of focus. So sometimes it's just better to actually use your focus quickly so that you don't go ahead and, save it until you got, you need to use it, and just waste 75% of a bar that hasn't been full to 3 yet. And it actually caps at 3. So you can only save a certain amount anyways. Even if I wanted to be stingy and save it, I've got to use it. It's kind of like use it or lose it, because then you're going to spend all 3 in 1 attempt. And that is really not going to probably be, advantageous to you and your team. There it is, a nice long range shot on the Untitled Swifto. Circador, I do not want to stay near him. He does damage to me. And so I'm going to back away. A lot of damage with machine guns. I like this constant DPS from the back line. Don't have to try and hit those targets. A good grenade, area spacer. It's going to force them all back. We're definitely doing well in this fight, but Taito on the back line. I got to get up into the air with the jetpack again. Force him to fall down, making him think that I'm going to fall, but actually go back on because I've upgraded my rocket jump, basically my jetpack jump, to be able to not only last 2 seconds longer, but to jump a 3rd time in the air. I like to go that route with Beckett. You can also do a really cool thing where you actually make Beckett run and jump and actually leave a trail of fire behind her. I haven't tried that route. You can also make her go much faster initially, so maybe like use a sprint and then jump, and you'll be much faster initially on that jump. And look at the damage coming out from that. That was just nuts. Here's Wu though. He wants me, and I'm up in the air. I get 1 shot of burning. The 2nd shot of burning hits him as well, so this is good damage. I've kind of saved him away for now. Look at this, the 3rd shot. Now Wu could be in trouble here. I've got 3 built up, and this is what I'm talking about. Look at my meter. I've got 3 already. And right now, all this time, I could be building up new focus, but I'm not, because I've basically reached my max. So this is something to be aware of. Sometimes it's good to just use it. Missing so many shots on this Iceling, though, but I do finally finish her off. And I go into my potential last upgrade. Level 10, you can get your last one, but I have not done that yet. I'm just getting really pressured here by Lord Gnosis, and he could do damage from my last video, and so I do want to stay away from him and just get into range. That's the key. Beckett with the rocket jump is really just to like bait people. They jump up to you, then you can get up onto higher levels. A lot of the times you'll be so much more effective if you change the level of ground that you're fighting on. He's already wounded. That was super fast. There's Wu. Here's my rocket jump. He may think I'm going to the ground. It would be great to bait him there. He's not going to pursue me this far, is he? Wu is definitely going down. Cracked armor means that he was coming that way though, so I have to be very careful. I've got 11 seconds left. Up on this upper ledge is really good. I can see the whole battle. 1 shot. Oh, looking for another onto Wu. I can't find him. Looking. Oh my God. And that would have killed him. That most likely would have killed him. But remember, I chose to go for less range and for piercing and burning. So this is the trade-off with Beckett. She has a long-range version where you could hit those targets, but you won't pierce and you won't burn. Which in piercing just means that I'll hit more than 1 target, right? So if they've got 2 or 3 enemies standing there, I can hit all 3 with that cannon if they're all lined up. And I'm really interested to see the area version as well. I've taken piercing twice. I want to see like what happens the area version. Also, I love to use the rocket jump to actually simply just bait out like Nordos' dash. You can see there, like I've actually hit he actually was baiting my He's not baiting me. I'm baiting him. He thinks he's going to dash into me and interrupt me, but I'm just going to rocket jump the second I think he's about to dash, which is when he gets a clear line of sight on me. Is just running towards me, and that should usually waste his interrupt and put me in a favorable spot. Also, you could fire in the air. And that is kind of like people saying, okay, so what's the depth with Beckett? I really think it's, look at this. Like, you could basically jump in the air, turn around, be firing, be rocket jumping again, throw your grenade. All of this stuff is very, very tactical and skill oriented. She's not just a shoot 'em up type hero. She really is a, I think, very high mechanical type hero in this game. And also, you see here, upgrading my very last thing. I can go for the armor or the 10 back armor and the 10% damage from behind. Damage from behind could seem weird. I don't usually take it. Like, it's not one of those things that immediately sounds good to me, and I can get that if you're feeling that way as well. But think about this. A lot of times, if you're Beckett, you're doing a lot of damage to people who are running away because you have longer range. And if you're able to hit them when they get in a bad spot in a fight and start to turn around, that means you're just getting free extra damage. And so that's actually not bad. A lot of times you'll see me fighting, and I was looking at some of my previous games. It's like I actually am shooting people from behind quite a lot. Not because when I'm fighting them, but because they'll be running away from me. Like, look at this. She's going to be running away. That just means you could easily secure these kills that much more. 10% damage on that. That's a grenade. That helps me slay down Commandeer Rocker. And here it is, though. Here's the woo, and I got to be careful with this guy. He already, look at that damage. Oh, my God. More than half my health, and I feel like I'm poisoned or bleeding or something. And here's the problem now. He's been able to stay with me through this entire ridge. I have not been able to get up. If I could have got on that upper ledge, I would be good. He cuts me off as well. I feel like this is Dead by Daylight. He's just like, I'm a survivor trying to run away from a killer, and he's just got so much more than me, but this is good here. Now I know where he's going to be, and he looks like he's trying to find me. There it is. That's the rocket jump to avoid and to bait out those damage things. It looks like he may not want to fight. Oh, he is. He's still going to fight. He thinks he's got enough damage. Here's my Summer Bloomer. Heal me. Heal me! Ah! What are you? What? Summer Bloomer, please, please, my friend. Why were you not healing me? Okay, so let's talk about creatures. Let's talk about creatures. Perfect segue. So creatures, when you upgrade them, they do different things, right? And Summer Bloomer, he is a healer. He can heal, but they have different abilities. Some healers have abilities where they cast and it's strictly damage, and I doubt that they're healing and casting. I still have to figure this out, but I would assume that he took time off to do damage to Wu when I wanted healing, but that is not how it always goes. They don't basically listen to you and say, oh, okay, you want healing? Here, let me give it to you. They basically go through patterns of using abilities and using healing, and look at this. Oh my God, one more shot. I could finish this off. I feel like I'm playing just like the hypest level of a shooter right now. Oh my gosh, gotta get this guy. I need the kill, no! But I do force him off, and that's one of the cool things. You can make some really sick plays. See, I can't even go that far, unfortunately. There's Wu again, just on my booty. Find somebody else, Wu. Oh my gosh, I should be dead right here. Oh my gosh. Deity of the East. This dude is just doing damage. This is why I'm saying Wu looks fun. Wu looks like he can lock people down and just really work them. Like, if I was just going to backline targets, I would have a field day with Wu. And what was that, like an immortality? Again, I still don't know these abilities. I don't know Aceling's abilities. I don't know Wu's abilities. I don't know Mozu's abilities and like their focus attacks. I don't know a lot of people, and so I'll be better at this game the more you, and this is for advice for everyone, right? You're going to be better at games the more that you understand the enemy players, right? And the players that you're playing against. As long as you understand that, it's better. Right here, an opportunity for improvement is on that first jump back. I should have been looking and firing. Like, basically, one of the things I've noticed about my Beckett gameplay, I love being safe, and that's good, but I can be safe and be damaging, and that's what really would make me a lot better Beckett. Like, if I just was basically rocket jumping into the air, but also lurking around and fighting, that would be huge. And there is the potential of my attack. I actually don't use it. Here is some of the shield that we built up that they're having to burn against now before they get this, and they just stand right in the money spot, and I get both of them, Circador and Iceling, together. But here is Wu. Here is the damage, and I'm just waiting. Here's my focus attack. Press left mouse button, and oh my God! The DPS is real. I want this so bad. I want this kill so bad. And I'm actually just going to wait and go back a little bit because I know that it just might be my death if I use all my stamina while I'm jumping over there in the air to try and kill him and then just end up getting farmed myself. Stamina, very important as well. One of the things that I did to help my stamina is that I was accidentally auto-dodging a lot, because if you double-click your arrow, any direction, left, right, or back, you'll auto-dodge, unless you take that off. Now you kind of have to press shift and the like left, right, or back to dodge, and that's helped me a lot to reserve some stamina. Also, dodging and attacking is a very big part of this game that I've yet to add. I've been trying to get the basics down. As we see here, this is really important for us as well. Their F is spawning, that means their E is next. If we take down the Summer Bloomer, it is an adult, and that means they will have a huge issue getting that thing back. It's going to be a young version of it next time, and now if they even get it back, there it is. Oh, in the air, takes him down. The long-range cannon secures the woo. And this is beautiful for us because, look, this power orb could be ours. We're going to put an obelisk down here. And what this is, and this Mozo on our team has an obelisk. I was talking about this. This is like our thing that can go on enemy and neutral spots, and that will make sure that they aren't able to collect the power orb. And it won't collect power orbs for us, but it will deny it for them, and that means we can go and pick it up if we just head over there at the right time. And they can't go over pick it up. They've got to destroy it, and it looks like they did just destroy it. And our rampage happened fast enough, but again, they did not get any damage, any power orbs from that E. I see immediately. There's the man. Lord knows isn't here. I should be turning around, but I do know that this is where the fight is going. If I want to get damage on him, one thing, but I knew there was my teammates there, and now Woo, he's my big target. We can get him out of this fight. We're going to be doing okay. That means less on me, and now I can free farm here, but here's the man. It looks like he did not miss his charge. Activates his E. He's got movement speed. He hasn't used his ultimate yet, but now he's just getting ripped to shreds. Marble Assassin and I help to finish him off. Here's Wuzu. I do not want to take a fair fight with him because his DPS is nasty. I got to get a couple shots on him before. Circador there. Let's finish him off. He's going to go with Iceland soon, it seems like. We got a couple of burning on this. Let's interrupt this duel. We don't want a fair fight here, Icing. Unfortunately, I want you to be dead. That's the fairness that I want. I'm going to use the machine guns because you can kind of miss very easy with the rocket. And so up close, sometimes if you just have very little bit, you can just finish him off. Here's Circador. We can finish this off. This is a big time being. Look at the cracked armor as well, and now the DPS, those are crits. That means we're just doing extra damage. Holy moly, 1427 in one burst, and we're going to finish off this Fire Drake, and that means, again, so many focus points they've spent that now will not be to their benefit. And we've got two here. I might want to stay near Iceling unless she's gotten out of the way. This is tough. Now they've got Wuzu. This should be a clear death for me. There's absolutely no way I'm getting out of it, but it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. We took away their F, which is basically their starter. That's probably, wait a second, A, B, yeah, I think it was their starter. And so that is very, very good for us to be able to take away either the starter or their secondary. That's the closest thing. That means when they're fighting here, they're not going to have anywhere to retreat, and that's what's really important as Clash continues. They've got one wound left before they're dead. We've got two. And that just means, like, when they go and attack, you've got to get the health bar all the way down to that heart. And when you get it to the heart and you finish off the heart, I'm trying to stop him from doing the obelisk here. That is the grenade damage. Look at this. The burning, the cracked armor. Oh, from long range. See you later, Taito the Swift. They're trying to take down our obelisk again, which just helps us. When it's got the power orb there, it actually will not do anything unless the power orb is there. And when it is there, right, if it's at its E or B or whatever the obelisk is, it's actually going to shoot a beam of damage onto that person. So having it in the middle is very, very powerful because you kind of control that space really well for your team. This is not a beginner type thing. You have to purchase this creature and you have to bring it into battle. You can only bring 3 into battle. So having a rounded team, maybe with your friends saying, okay, I'll bring in the Drake, you bring in the obelisk and the Winter Bloomer and the Yeti Bloomer, right? There's a lot of new creatures that come into the game, and they just released 2. I believe it was the Winter Bloomer, and I believe it was the Yeti Cyclops. And so, or the Yeti something, and those have like slow mechanics on them, and that's another really cool part of Gigantic that I'm a fan of right now. I haven't gotten too much into it, you know, because I'm still learning the basics, but yeah, I mean, I'm really curious to see, like, getting a new animal, getting a new creature, and then bringing that into battle, how that will affect. I know some creatures are more powerful than others, and they cost more focus, but it could definitely be an advantage. I want to finish this one off. Aceling, you can't get away from me, baby. She is looking like she might be able to. I got 1 shot left. Here's the machine guns. Cannot finish her off. We take her down, and unfortunately, I look like I might get taken down. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, I got wrecked as well. Taito the Swift goes down, though. And so the Clash will take place. And for those who don't understand Clash, now that we're in it, let's talk about it. Basically, what it means is that you and your team and the enemy team move into a more central location of fighting. And on this map, things just get closer together. And then you start attempting to fight each other. And essentially, I believe in Clash, there's like this whole thing. I should do a whole like... there's a whole article, right? If you just search Gigantic Clash, you'll be able to understand all this stuff. There's a lot of interesting aspects to it. Pretty much the most important thing is you move to a smaller area. Guardians deal more damage when they rampage, right? So it ends faster, kind of forces the game to end faster. And this is a long game. This is like a 30, I don't know, it's like a 28-minute game right now. It's a very long game. So you can see these can go for quite a while, even if Clash starts to happen early. And the creatures, they take twice as long to summon. So if we kill that F or that E, whatever it is going to be that much harder for them to get it back. And they're going to deplenish resources. That means they won't be able to fall back after a bad fight and heal up. They won't be able to take poke. They'll actually just die. And that is a huge aspect of this. And I could use my ability right now, but there's no need to. I just want to avoid this man. I get one more shot and he is going down. That's a big time thing for me. It looks like he healed a little bit, but here's the extra DPS from the machine gun. Again, I was missing with the cannon, and it's all about that constant damage just to make sure you finish him off. We get a couple of player kills. We get a power orb, another couple of player kills. We're now at 60. They're at 30. And looks like they're getting some. But if we finish off this Young Bloomer, this is going to be really good because we can get some Clash for killing off the Young Bloomer. And if anyone comes to try to defend, which we can bait here, them to try and defend us, we can be in a great spot. Remember, it takes twice as long to summon these guys. So it's going to be a bigger defeat for them now than it is. You see 20 points for that. And now we're at another 20 because we just got a power orb, it looks like, from our Cerberus. And it's time to go. This Clash could be it, guys. I've got my ultimate. I've got the focus. It's up to 3 stacks. And again, this entire time, just to let you know, I haven't been building any additional focus. So I probably could have used this a lot earlier and actually been more impactful in this game. But it looks like the attack is happening. It is about to go down. Wanted to finish him off. He is so low. It is almost at the wound, baby. I try to optimize it, but it doesn't work. You know why? Because I press F and then try and repress F all the time, and that does not do it. You gotta press F and left mouse button, I believe. That's, at least for me, that's how it works. F and then you press left mouse button when you really want that. And as you see here, at the end of the match, we win. Devedra takes it home. 29-minute game. And look at the highest efficiency, I believe, in the game. I haven't been able to get this chat box off, so I can't see the top 2 people's real... Actually, I think Death Angel might have had the highest efficiency in the game, it looks like. Oh, no, he did not. He did not. He had a lot of deaths there. 14 deaths. Yeah, quite a lot. I had the fewest deaths, I believe, in the game. So, overall, really good gameplay from Beckett. Hopefully, you learned a lot about Clash. Hopefully you learned a lot about Beckett and kind of the way I like to play her with the grenades, with the piercing rounds, with the burning, obviously switching in, when to use the long-range cannon, when to use the short-range machine guns, how to use your rocket jump to avoid melee opponents and bait out skills, and also what focus means, how to use focus, how to kind of set the pace of the game and understand what's happening on the map, what's important, what do we need to defend, where's the power orb spawning, why is that important that we defend this now, is it Clash, will it mean that it takes 2 times longer to summon it? All of these questions, hopefully, you got answered or at least some more clarity on in this game. Of course, I'll be having more gigantic gameplay coming out in the near future. You can expect to see a video on one of, I think, everybody's favorite assassins in this game, the real moneymaker here, Trip. I got one set up for him coming out, or her coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more gigantic gameplay. Of course, I do Paladins and Smite on my channel as well. And as always, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.